Preparing multi-view drawings. In many different fields, we have things that contain different views or sections or details that are drawn at different scales. So, for example, we could blow up a detail of this corner, or we might have a different section of just one of the wall, section of the wall, and they might be at different scales. So using annotative objects allows us to have the ability to create different scales without having to do a lot of calculations and actually doubling our work. Because in the old days, we had to take our text and we had to have one text with calculated at a 6-inch high text, and we had to put on a layer called 6-inch high text, and then we had to put another layer and make the same exact text and put it at 3 inches and put on another layer called 3-inch high text. Depending on what scale drawing we're using, we had to freeze different layers, thaw different layers. We had to duplicate everything. All our dimensions had to be duplicated, all our hatch patterns, all our leaders, everything had to be duplicated so that if you wanted to have two different scales, you could just freeze and thaw different layers. So typically old school people always want to know that in an interview. How would you handle if you had two drawings and they had of the same content, and how would, if they're at two scales, how would you handle that? And they want to hear, oh, you drew everything twice and put it on separate layers and freeze and thaw those layers. However, multi-view drawings can be done using annotative objects, and we can just put all the different annotative scalings on there, and we can scale it to any size we want. So it eliminates the need for all those layers and duplicate annotations, which causes a problem, by the way. If you change one annotation on one layer and don't do it on another, you got what's called lawsuit coming up. Sooner or later that'll bite you. So preparing multi-view drawings is much easier with annotative objects.